But just know politically, socially, we don't have any friends.
We are Somalis, not black. There, I said it.
We're not obligated, situated, nor should we be motivated.
I get everything for free.
To stand up, defend, protect anybody other than ourselves.
Especially African Americans, they don't even know their fathers.
We're in this system alone. We don't have any friends.
Most of the people that we meet, especially African Americans, they don't even know their fathers. They don't even know their fathers. It was all of them, or most of them were the product of one night stand. One night stand. They will tell you, I don't know my father. Well, who named you? Whose name are you carrying? Well, my mother chose his name for me. I don't know. Is that what we want for our ummah? No. كلهم أو معظمهم أبناء الزنا. أبناء الزنا. Why? Because man, he has to give up the seed. And because the marriage will limit them, they will go from one to another to a third woman. You know, subhanallah, it's one of the African American brothers.
This is disgusting on many levels, fam, because this was unprompted. In fact, this video, when I looked at it, I said, first, let me make sure it's authentic, because it could be AI. So I gotta first make sure it's not an AI video. So once I determine, okay, the actual origin of this video is not in Minnesota. It's about 10 years ago when this is some Somalians in Kenya, back in 2018. Imam Sheikh Muhammad Abdi Umal makes offensive claims about Black American family structures. Of course, I reject this shit right here. It seems like this is how they see us. They gonna go to jail, they gonna get deported, something gonna happen to these people. You don't get caught stealing from America unless you a connected ass rich white guy, because that's when you get pardoned by Trump. Or if you're a banker. Bankers can rob America all day and nothing happened to them. You really think Trump gonna let them get away with this shit? This been going on since 2018. Y'all do realize Trump was president in 2018. He probably got a vendetta like hell against these people. So all I'm saying is, that was the first clip. That's the first thing I saw. I get it, because I wanted to reach through the screen and punch him and knock his kufi off, whatever that is. Damn, it's 10:30.
We are Somalis, not black. There, I said it. Alright, everyone is keep asking, why don't Somalis want to identify as black?
Enough, that's enough said. That's enough. Good enough. Fine. Get it. Got it. I get it, fam. You know, even your hairstyle is Black American. You know, I remember when Redhead Kingpin came out with that shit in 1984. You're a throwback to Redhead Kingpin. Kwame and them dudes. Up here talking shit. You ain't black. You just adopt everything black. Black people are everything that's cool about the earth. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's on the planet. Anything that you rock with. Anything that you think is cool in the slightest. If you dig far enough, you're going to find a black man like this. And if it ain't a black man like this, it's a black woman like this. That's what you're going to find, mofo. But you ain't got to say it twice, little man. I get it. You ain't black. This is why people was coming at me like, Tim, them people say, me no black. And you're right. They know black. I don't need no explanations. There's nothing for us to benefit from Somalians. Like, what do we get out of this shit? Everybody wants us to rock with people, but at the end of the day, it's just them extracting from us. How does it benefit us to put up with your slander, your insults, your disrespect, and get nothing? Your camaraderie? Dog, I got enough comrades.
Proud to be a freeloader. I get everything for free while you work 50 hours a week. Ha ha, boo boo. Somalians is taking.
He sent Somalians back to the Obama administration. Just being a funny motherfucker. Ha ha, boo boo. He actually said boo boo. Anybody thinking that cops can't tell the difference between Somalians and black Americans? Just watch this video. I don't think I've ever heard a grown-ass black man sing a nursery tune. Ha ha, boo boo. What is this? This is not black American culture. That's some Somalian shit. When they sound goofy, I don't know where we're going with this. I don't know it. I don't know. Yeah, but to be teasing and mocking hardworking people, laughing at them, saying that you get free money while Americans have to work 50 hours a week. This dude need to be slapped in the mouth with a construction set. That's what needs to happen to him. Talking that shit, ICE need to come see him today. In fact, we probably a U.S. citizen. You know they gave these people U.S. citizenship. You know that, right? Obama and his people say, here you go. Come stay with us. They got temporary permanent status. We're going to get to that.
Why did I see a tweet today talking about the fact that Trump is targeting Somali people in Minnesota is going to put black Americans at risk? I don't think so. I think that black Americans and Somali people don't look anything alike.
Somalis are not black. Let me explain why. Looking at me right now, chat, am I black? I'm literally brown. I'm literally brown, bro. Think about it as well. Somalis are Arabs. We're in the Arab leagues. We speak the Arab language. We eat the Arab food. Bro, think about it like this, bro. If a whole community doesn't regard themselves as black, we can't be black, bro.
Somalis are not black. There's a difference between African and black.
You think that a person, any person, can't tell the difference between a black American and a Somali person?
When the politicians are talking, what are they saying? What are they trying to do? They trying to link black Americans up with everybody. If a Somali ain't treated right, it's because they black. Nah, maybe it's because they Somalian. Maybe it's because they stole some shit. Maybe it's because they're now being grouped and demonized by people in their own community that stole all this damn money.
Somalis call us Zariers. It's basically the N-word. But they'll say it just means nappy hair. But come on. The word is used as a slur to Bantu people. If we were in Africa, we would be considered, Bantu people, right? The original people. So if you were thinking of feeling bad that a Somali was getting deported today,
Next up.
I like Black Crystal, man. She be on TikTok and Instagram, man. Black Crystal be on TikTok and Instagram. She done had 50,000 accounts. She just happened to pop up. I had never heard this term. They've come up with an N-word for black Americans. People they never meet. People that they're not a part of, people that they did not grow up with, people that have no connection to them. They in their own country doing what they do. But they have time to create a slur for black Americans. Family, so now the gloves is off. The gloves are off. You mean you created a term to shit on black Americans. Meanwhile, you coming to my country, getting handouts. But you got a term that degrades me, and my kids, and my wife, and my family. And then I got to sit and listen to the native pod, and I'm just assuming, and Mark Lamont Hill, and I'm just assuming, and Roland Martin, I'm just assuming, and Sonny Hostin, and Whoopi Goldberg, and I'm just assuming, the usual suspects, Bakari, Sellers, Van Lathan, Van Jones, all these types of moderate, the ones that always tell black people, we need to be better. We need to work. We need to be understanding. The white nationalists, blah, blah, blah. Why aren't you defending us from these sleeping with their sister-looking mofos? These degenerate inbreds. Why aren't you standing up for black Americans against these people that are talking this shit? They created a whole term for us. I don't have no terms for Somalians. I'm not even walking around. Fam, I could go a whole month and not see a Somalian. I could go probably a whole year without seeing one Somalian. Because I think I could pick them out if I saw them. And I live in a black community, mostly black, a 70% black community. And there are more Asians around here, and Latinos, and white people than Somalians. And I'm in Maryland. Let it sink in. They have come up with an N-word for black people. And they don't have no black people in their country. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all get where I'm coming from. Tim Black Wolfpack. Think about that. They are so anti-black American, anti-black, they came up with a word for people they don't even see. Ain't no black Americans moving to Kenya. But there's a lot of Kenyans moving to America. Fam, all I can say is, if I'd have saw this, I'd have been a whole different Tim Black, fam. I hope my real people know this, because I take this personally. I got kids, fam. I got a wife, fam. Mrs. Black. This is Mrs. Black, y'all. This is my wife.
Happy New Year.
This is my baby right here. And if you need to come up a little bit better, they see my ugly ass all the time. He need you up here. This is my baby right here. Baby.
Yes.
I just saw a video. Hold on a second.
I was listening.
You heard him?
Yeah. Yeah.
You heard part where they say they got an N-word for us?
Yes. I didn't hear the word.
You know Crystal Black on TikTok, right?
Yes. I didn't hear what the word was, but it is infuriating.
No. I want your reaction real quick. I mean, I don't mean to put you on there like that, but my bad. I think people, because they hear me all the time. Hold on a second. This our people right here.
Somalis call us Zariers. It's basically the N-word, but they'll say it just means nappy hair. But come on, the word is used as a slur to Bantu people. If we were in Africa, we would be considered, Bantu people, right? But original people. So if you were thinking of feeling bad that a Somali was getting deported today,
See, funny, man. So look, man, I know it's probably not customary to apologize for shit in this world, but I feel a certain kind of way about these people talking about black Americans this way. I mean, they're in their own country. There are no black people living in Kenya or Somalia. They're not black, so there's no black. Why would you come up with a word for black people in a country there are no black people? To me, that's worse. Am I tripping?
No. You're not.
How you having negative impacts or interactions with people you don't even know? You don't even see. But they will adopt our music, adopt our hairstyles, adopt our slang, and come over here and mimic us, and at the same time call us racial slurs?
Too much time on their hands, apparently.
They nowhere near white, baby.
Right.
It is anti-black.
Right. And it's, the propaganda. It's global propaganda against our people. It's global propaganda against black Americans. They pick that up. They pick it up.
Yeah. All right. I got a little further to go. Ain't gonna be much longer. This is New Year's, and I want to enjoy it with my people. But I'm gonna wrap this up, baby. I want to thank you for coming down.
Absolutely.
And once again, you guys, Mrs. Black, Tim Black's Wolfpack, my people.
Hi, y'all. I just wanted to say Happy New Year on this very last day of 2025. Thank you so much for rocking with Tim Black. Just being here in this house And if I wasn't here, there'd be a lot of things that I would not know was going on in this country. But because I have Tim Black, I've learned so much. And believe me, it's another level of thinking. And when you look at the news, whatever, you look at in terms of getting your news, you always have this third eye because you have him that kind of like opens your mind to help you see another perspective and be able to form better, clear opinions. Not just for yourself, but for your family, for your communities, and the way that you go out here and, do things politically. So thank you so much for joining us. Please, please continue to share the content, like, subscribe, hit that bell. Make sure you never miss an update from him because here you're going to get a dose of truth. And as you see tonight, he had to rethink what he was doing and what he was thinking and what he's seen. And he's come back and he's like, look, guys, my mistake. I'm all ears. Forgive me. Forgive me. So thank you so much for having your ears open, your eyes open, and being here on the nights that he provides this great content. So thank you. And again, Happy New Year. Be safe. I wish you a prosperous 2026.
That's it.
And we hope to see you here. What's today? Wednesday. So we'll see you at Friday.
Yeah.
Friday. Come join us. Again, share the content and engage. Thank you so much. Love you. Be safe.
That's it. And look, I did not know she was going to say that. I did not ask her to say that. No script. She just said I could stop by and say hello. And I was like, I don't know when, like a New Year's thing. And then I just happened to get to this point and say, well, what would be a good time for her to pop in real quick? Because that's my baby.
Love y'all.
All right, baby. All right. All right, man. Let me. You good, baby? All right, baby. She ain't break nothing. Look at that. She ain't break nothing. She came through. She knocked the monitor over nothing, boy. I'm telling you, man. Because usually the feet, boy, the feet that catch a cord, all this shit. Oh, no, shit. All right. So now y'all know why I'm saying. What I'm saying, who keeps me sane? You know what I'm saying? Because I go off, man. Mrs. Black, but not Tim, baby. If you think about this, I don't want to, that's your thing, but did you consider?
Next up with Tim Black.
From an African point of view, an African who is a neighbor to Somalia, the land now, their land of origin. I can tell you this, we have Somalis in Kenya as well. So think of Somalia as a country and Somalis as a tribe, right? Or as an ethnic group, right? So we have some of them living in Kenya and we have some of them in Somalia, and now we have them in USA. We know how they went there. The TPS, the protection mechanism that was there to protect them, to protect the civilians against the civil strife that was happening in the 90s back there in Somalia, And so right now, the tension that is happening between the Somalis and the African Americans is because, first of all, the Somalis do not regard themselves as black, right? Also, in as much as they do not regard themselves as black, they perceive themselves as superior, right? You understand this?
They not only don't consider themselves black, they consider themselves better than black. It's not just, oh no, we're not in that group. No, they consider themselves better. They look dark-skinned, brown-skinned. They recognize that, but they do not want to be lumped in with us because they feel that they are superior to us because they are Islam, Muslim, and Arabs. And they feel like Arabs, who they are more superior than black Americans, are superior. The black Americans are the bottom. That's why they came up with a slur for us. They didn't come up with a slur for us because they just think we're different than them. They came up with a slur for us because they feel that they're superior to us. Now I want all those people that would love to say, Tim, you're wrong. Now you're being too hard. I want you to consider that. I don't have a word that I created for Somalians. Do you have a word that you created for them? I don't feel that I'm superior to them. I feel that I'm different than them. I feel that I'm a Black American. That's a different identity. And it is. But I didn't waste time coming up with a slur. I could roast and call you a name, right? I could say you got a full head like a Pontiac Subaru 98 Caprice Classic forehead. Whatever. But that is not the same thing as a racial slur. At the end of the day, fam, we are who we are. We're not obligated, situated, nor should we be motivated to lay down, put down, stand up, defend, protect anybody other than ourselves. We came in this world alone. We're in this system alone. Now, on the individual basis, be friends with whoever you want to be friends with. But just know politically, socially, we don't have any friends. I don't say that lightly. But if they've been impacted by white nationalism, colonialism, they're of the same mindset as Somalians. A lot of people are. It doesn't go for everybody. Like I said, individually, who knows? This is an important moment, I think, for us. It ain't even about the fraud. Of course, fraud is wrong. Of course it's wrong to steal money that's allocated for supposedly to feed children, to feed people that need it, that's to help people in the community, right? Of course, it's wrong to steal that and send that shit overseas to fund anything. And they should all go to jail for it. That's never been a question. But as I look and see the anti-blackness, I mean, fam, I can't overlook that. Haven't we had enough? We got people that came over, in the 90s or early 2000s? Them too. If it wasn't for us, they wouldn't even be able to rent a home, buy a home, walk freely, use public resources. We died for that. We fought for that. And what do we get? We get an airhead, jughead, jarhead, calling us jareers, N-words, coming here and then saying, we are primitive. All right. Well, look, we're going into 2026. All I can say, fam, is hopefully we're going into 2026 with a new attitude. The attitude is this. We ain't going to put up with no disrespect. We ain't put up with it in 2025, and we're just going to double down on that same mentality in the new year. I know I will. And so what's happening to them? Let it be what it's going to be. The bigger question should be, how did they get all the money? How did they get the money for it to be defrauded? And why aren't we? Why aren't we, as a black community, able to build up our communities with the same support and resources from the federal or state government that other groups receive? And that, my friend, is the real deal. That's more important than being upset about something someone said, about some slang, some slur, about a TikTok video from somebody I'll never meet, or what somebody in Kenya said back in 2018 and 2019. Here, most important would be those resources in 2026.
Catch Tim Black live on the most dangerous show in America, Sundays, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Times. Don't miss out on the real. Stay dangerous.